Hey guys, Mr. McSweeney here to talk to you about bokeh. Okay, so what is bokeh? When we're referring to bokeh, what we're typically talking about is when you see a light in the background that has that orb shape, right? It's not in focus and it kind of takes on this cool look of just being like a circle. Instead of having that fully in focus where you would actually see the glass of the light bulb and then the actual light source, it's not defined at all, but it looks kind of pretty. We use those in really stylized images, and it's just when the background is blurred out and your subject is really front and center and in focus. Okay, so how do you achieve bokeh in a camera? The easiest way is if you open up your aperture. Anything under an f3 makes it really easy to get those nice bokeh balls that you see where the light is a big orb. Anything under f3. 2.8 makes it really easy, and I have an f1.8 lens which opens up really nice and wide, and it's almost like every picture will give you a bokeh effect. So on a camera, what you really want to do is isolate your subject. So whatever's in frame, whatever your subject is, make sure that is focused on, and then your camera will automatically kind of blur out everything as long as your aperture is dialed in, because what you're doing is you're focusing on that one area and blurring out everything else. So then all those light objects will just kind of become indistinct and turn into bokeh balls. But the more blades that your lens has, the smoother and rounder those light bokeh balls will be. So if we're looking at a phone, the difference is it has to do this all digitally. So most phones, like an iPhone for instance, will have portrait mode, and the way they do that, that's a digital blur of the background. So they're kind of isolating the subject by figuring out what the subject is and then blurring the background digitally. So if there is like a light source in the back, you'll start getting that bokeh effect. It's hard to do this on a camera phone just because you don't have all the options to change the aperture. But if you just kind of move your phone around enough and get it to focus in on something in the foreground, you'll see everything else will blur in the background, which will help get this effect. I hope this helps, and good luck.